So it's a semi-final. There's no ref for it, Sammy. Reg. So we get underway now. Race to 3, semi-final of the men's singles. Tommy's just won that one.
What a leg that was by both players.
Tommy Donald's playing Grant Williams. Grant's been here for about 5-10 minutes waiting for Tommy. There was a bit of confusion earlier. So they sent both players away while they played the ladies' final. Which is why there's a little bit of a wait. Tommy uses his own cue for braking. He doesn't put a lot into it. I was watching him last night in his quarter-final match.
No.
Doesn't put a great deal into these, but they tend to split nicely. Well, that seemed a little bit more than what I remembered from last night, but it's come dry. Now then, this is my first view at Grant Williams. And he's got a good chance here. He can pick either suit. Nothing's really too difficult. It's all about avoiding traffic. Picking them in the right order. Reds are going to be the favourites. Wow, that doesn't happen that often. Not on these tables. Grant's going to be absolutely in pieces with that. It was centre of the pocket. We'll have another look at that one. 1 second. Just bear with me. I'll have to load it up. This is another thing that happens when you rush in to sort something out. You don't get everything set up as you should. Now then. I need to find the shot now.
Playing the plans, bringing one red across the other one to cut it in, and he's played it well, judged it very well, held the white, left himself a nice straight red into the bottom left. Wouldn't expect him to fail from here now. He's done all the hard work. Yeah, that's in.
Just have a quick look at the shot from Grant before. Red. Oh, I did catch the jaw.
Is it the far bunker?
Yeah, he caught the jaw.
Careless.
I thought he was in the middle of the pocket, but no, he caught the jaw.
And this is the thing, you can't take liberties with these middles. We've said it, haven't we, Wayne?
Yeah, exactly.
All weekend, you can't take liberties like that with these middles. And that's cost him the frame. He's had drop-ins and it's cost him the frame.
So
Tommy wasting no time. He may not be the young spring chicken he was, but he doesn't hang about around the table.
He still knows where the pockets are, Reggie.
He knows where they are.
But to be fair, it was a nice split for either suit there. So it was first in, really. Grant got the first chance, but played a bit of a loose one.
Jamie Dyke, thanks for that little message there. So the Renishaw Miners Club B last year's winner are through.
Are they still in?
Yeah, I've just had a message off Jamie Dyke here saying they're through.
Have a look at this shot again, Reggie. Caught the far jaw.
Yeah, it's clearly on the far bunker.
Yeah.
It's on the far bunker, and that's, this is not a supreme winner. I've said so many times. These are built on Sam Leisure. They're based on 9-ball tables.
If you're being honest with yourself, you don't deserve to win the frame if you're missing them like that. At the far jaw.
He's not concentrating. Yep. He's forgot there. These middles, you've got to hit the heart of the pockets if you're giving them any pace. That will, if it catches any part of the bunker, they just ping out. So unforgiving.
We are streaming live on YouTube as well if you want to watch it on YouTube. Have you got it on Facebook there, Reg? Oh, I've got it here.
I've got it on Facebook, yeah.
Couldn't find it then.
It's a short race. You can't afford to give your opponent, whoever it is that you're playing, a helping hand, and he'll be kicking himself, but after that, if this match gets away from him and it is Tommy that goes through, Grant will look back at that moment and think, wow,
it could be the game changer before the game's really started, Reggie.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because that's the difference. He's 1-0 down. He should have been 1-0 up there because the Reds wasn't difficult.
No.
Even I think I'd have had a chance of getting them. So that's how pretty simple they were.
I think you're being too harsh on yourself, Wayne, personally. No, they were there, weren't they? I mean, that's just the start you want. Your opponent,
it is, No, it's not just that. Psychologically as well, Reggie. For Grant, he's going to be in absolute bits. He's lost the frame there that he knows he should have won.
Yeah.
Just through a loose shot. So his head's going to be down a little bit. He needs a good run here. As for Tommy, well, he's just been gifted the frame. He'll be absolutely loving it.
Well, absolutely, yeah. He's wearing team strip tonight, though. He's come out with the Galacticos top on, playing in the same team.
Yeah, he's loving it, isn't he?
John Mercer.
He's loving it. He's back.
He's loving life. Good evening, everybody that's tuning in now. As I say, short races, so blinking you'll miss Tommy Donlan, the speed he's moving around the table. Fair play to him.
If you don't mind, just press that little share button, bottom left hand side if you're on Facebook. Same as on YouTube as well, would be much appreciated. Let's get people watching this.
Trying to make something happen there. Didn't quite come out as he would have liked, but there's still mileage in this frame, and neither of these two players are going to be hanging about, that's for sure. Very attack-minded. Neil Britton, how you doing, my man? Top man, good man, Neil Britton. Good friend. Hope you're well and enjoying the action and the commentary. Try my best. My throat's hurting somewhat, so
mine is a little bit actually.
I've had to go and fetch some Lemsips and track.
You can feel
capsules
that dryness coming on.
Yeah, that's first signs of a cold symptoms when you get the throat.
Somebody must have turned up with one this weekend.
There's loads in
passing it around.
There's loads, and this is an incubator in here. The germs breed,
and not only that, if they've got the air conditioning on as well, that can, if it's not been on for a while, that could.
Exactly, and it gets up. I'm not too bad, Neil. Things are looking up. Things have last couple of months sort of picked up a lot for me, so I'm in a much better place than I was probably 6 months ago. Albeit I wasn't in a bad place then, but at the end of the day, just generally in a good place, and looking forward to happier times.
And you're getting paid to talk to people, Reggie.
I'm getting paid to do the one thing I like doing the most: talk.
I ain't shutting you up at all this weekend. You crack on, mate.
There you go. Wayne's getting value for money. Wayne's making sure he gets his full value for money. That keep me talking constantly. Keep everybody, keep the commentary going for as long as humanly possible. Anyway, right, back to business here. Tommy just coming out to have a look, but this game clearly he's got the upper hand with the left-hand corner, with having 3 yellows there, and Grant will find it tough to nick this frame, I think.
Could have been unlucky there.
Tommy's very aggressive shot there, looking to try and make them happen and take them out. Didn't have to make that move, but he chose to bring the black out.
That's Tommy all over.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's my point. Other players would look at that situation and think, I can sit here. I've got control. I don't need to do anything here, and he's just pinged back off the cushion.
The speed of the table and the cloth that's done that.
Yeah, spoilt it. It's not a plant, and it's now become. Well, I wouldn't say it's become a problem, but it certainly sort of stops him from, if he gets a chance, to take them out, because he'll need a disturbance to pot those 2 reds now. And that was what the little look of the little smile as he walked away there. Seb Webb will tear you apart again, Rick Hodgson.
Let's have no swearing on the old chat.
Yeah, it was. I don't think Seb Webb will be tearing anybody apart anytime soon. Last I heard, he'd retired. So I don't know about that, but I wish him all the best, whatever he's doing. there was a time that we were very good friends, and it's quite sad, really, the whole scenario, the way things have changed this last 12 months, really is. But
some may say, Reggie, and I love his dad to bits, and young Billy as well. But some may say, what goes around comes around.
I suppose so.
Good evening to Mark Smith, and just reading your comment there. It's a pleasure to join your group, mate. You're doing absolutely great for the world of pool with what you're doing, sharing everything, creating these nice little videos and posters and what have you. It's you're a credit to the pool world. Breath of fresh air, and it's certainly been needed. Far too many people are all for themselves, and for somebody like you to come along and share anything and everything, well, credit anyway. That's all I can say.
Rick, just that comment. He's class in the sense that he's entertaining and he plays the game the way I always like to play the game to a degree. He's entertainment value, and he brings that to the board. But at the end of the day, there's a lot more to just being a pool player. There's ways and means conducting yourself and not getting yourself into other things. And we're not going to comment or make comments about anything, but it's a bigger picture. You can't just be a great player. It doesn't just come with that. There's other aspects of a complete picture. Evening, Nick Jones.
You've got to behave yourself for one.
I wish him all the best anyway, whatever he does going forward. I don't hold long term. I don't like to hold grudges. At the end of the day, what happens. You have to move on.
Yeah, that's the final note on the subject.
Exactly. And back to the action here. And Grant had half a chance here to nick this. Okay, there is a yellow that's nearest to the white that's going to be obviously a ball that he's got to somehow try and land on. But at least he has the opportunity to try and do something here, as opposed to no opportunity. So that isn't the nicest angle that he's got there. He could have just done with either running a bit further or a little bit less. Would have been better, but through with the white with topspin this time. And he's just come down the wrong line there. I think he wanted to be coming straight down off the cushion between the red and the yellow and trying somewhere towards the black on that axis. And it's straightened up and it's come down the side and he's in no man's land. And Tommy's just sitting there in the wings waiting for his shot, which surely, barring a miracle fluke, will be 2-0.
Well, you would think so, Reggie. Apologies. See Tommy there, just sat patiently waiting.
I don't think the shot he's trying to play is on there. I think he'll catch the black off the cushion on the way back. I don't think in such a short space of time you get that much reaction. You'd have to go quite wide on the way down, try and ping that, but that angle makes it look achievable. Great camera shot, yes it is achievable. Hard to tell from the other camera shot, so there you go.
It's close.
Almost made it.
Tell you what, he wasn't far off there, it was just great effort.
Yeah, well that's what I said. I said barring a miracle. I said, yeah, but look, if he'd gone in and look at his look, he would be cursing his look again, saying, I've made it, and look at the way it's finished. So easy starter over the pocket. You wouldn't expect anything other than 2-0 here, to be fair.
Again, just dropping him in. Nothing silly with the white. Just letting the pace of it do the work. Watching him stroking him in last night, and it's just, well, he's decided to play safe. That's the world rules. I'm saying world rules. He has been playing a bit of world rules lately. He obviously.
I'm not sure if he could actually get all of that to pot it, and that's why he elected just to run through snooker.
Possibly.
And to protect the black at the same time. So, barring a miracle coming out of this snooker and the yellow flying in, he's also given himself a second insurance policy by putting the red in front of the black to say, well, even if you fluke the yellow, you'll do well to clear up. It would be almost a miracle finish.
I don't know, Reggie. I think, look, I just having a look at the shot before. I think he may well, it was close. Shame I didn't have an overhead on it. It's close. Let's have a look, where is it? Maybe not. Well, that wasn't close.
The other semi-final has already been played last night. Ian Ali won. He is in the final. He waits for the winner of this game. Roberto Fascini, if that helps. It'll be Ian Ali to play the winner of this semi-final. Yeah, he wastes no time. He moves around the table very well still.
Just drops this in for Black in the centre pocket.
And
as you say, it's going to be 2-0.
Beautiful. Yep. Beautiful to watch, really is.
Again, he's caught dry, Tommy.
We'll try, but not too much damage to Wayne where the white's finished. And all the balls seem to have gone down one side of the table. So, okay, going dry is one thing, but certainly hasn't left a gimme table like he did in the first game. Well, we should say a fairly straightforward table, and then Grant's missed the red, and the rest was history.
Bit unlucky there.
But been unlucky, yeah. But by electing to go for the reds, I must point this out, straight away he's on the back foot. If you look over the other side of the table and you look how that table's sitting.
Well, the lead ball to the pocket is the yellow, so
he's, exactly.
Yeah.
I suppose it would have been hard for him to hide the white to stop Tommy from potting one of the yellows into, say, like into the middle up there and still getting the better set. So maybe he felt there was value in taking the red and then hopefully have a shot off the second red, but it's come too far back up.
It might well be that the red nearest to the, well, I was going to say the red nearest to the middle pocket, he was going to use that to try and develop some of them. I mean, there is a big cluster there, so, he could have made space by going into him at pace, but it's not to be now. Another relatively easily pot there for Grant, missed. Yeah, we mentioned that last night. I'm not too sure, I've not asked him. He may well have contacts. I don't know. I don't think contacts was as common 25 years ago when.
Oh, contact lenses?
Yeah.
No, they weren't, no.
So,
they were in their infancy back then.
Yeah, so maybe that's why he had those glasses made in the first place.
Well, yeah.
So I don't know whether because he couldn't wear contacts and he's had like laser eye, I don't know. could be any number of things, but he was very well known for his Dennis Taylor stand glasses. I'm not too sure whether he had his first or whether Dennis Taylor got his.
No, I think Dennis.
Dennis was upside down ones. Tommy's wasn't. Tommy's was just big lenses.
Yeah.
If I remember rightly, I don't think there was upside down ones. But I've tried playing with glasses, Reggie, and
very difficult.
It's not easy at all. No.
I've tried. I own a pair of those sports glasses where you can tilt and adjust the lenses and all that.
Right.
I've tried those, and it's I don't know. I fancy some Dennis Taylor ones. I really do.
I really don't know if see something like that. You'd need to try them before you buy them because obviously they'll cost a few quid, and it's a waste of money if they're no good to you. Do you know what I mean? I know people that have bought something like that, and they've been no use. They still can't play them. You know.
Yeah, and the problem is this, like, they can only sort of work for where you say long sighted and they work for that, but then if you're having problems sort of all round, it's hard. I
don't know whether they do them bifocally or whatever. I really don't know, but it must. It must take some getting used to. It must do. But I suppose it's like anything. If you're forced into things, you have to make do, and you have to adapt to it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, but going back to I don't know if he's got contacts or.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's
had laser surgery.
I'm thinking it's got to be the laser.
He's just certainly earned a few quid over the years out of pool. I know that, so he could well have had a few quid and had laser surgery.
Yeah, I've heard that type of thing. I've heard people improvising the normal glasses and stuff that they're used to wearing, and I've never seen it, but fair play, Paul, good point there. It's like what we said, Wayne, whatever works for you, whether you doctor a pair of specs and lift them up a bit with a bit of wire, whatever it might be, whatever works.
Yeah, I know somebody that plays with a bit of plaster underneath, just underneath on the bridge.
To lift them.
Just to lift them up, yeah. That's unbelievable. When I've got my glasses on, because I need them for reading, I'm all right long distance. Well, apart from when I'm on a big snooker table, I can't putt at all now. But I can see the frames. I can see the frames when I'm looking out of them. You know what I mean? So if I'm playing snooker or pool, I don't know. I just can't do it.
It distracts you, doesn't it, when you play?
I take them off. I started wearing glasses about 20 years ago, Reggie, and I ended up. The screw came out of the side, and I took them to the opticians to get it fixed, and they couldn't do it there and then, so I had to leave them overnight. And I had a snooker match that night, and I would normally wear them, and I thought, I'll have to play it. I can't cancel it now. I have to play it. And I ended up winning, so I left them in the shop. I never went back for them. I thought, I don't need if I can win a frame of snooker, I don't need glasses.
There you go.
So.
You actually answered your own sort of doubts, didn't you?
I did need them, though. Okay. I did need them. I think I just got lucky. I did need them.
How modest of you. Not a lot happening here at the moment. A little bit of fudging exchange here. Some Grant's obviously in a spot of bother, and he needs to try and somehow
you can just see
himself out of a hole here.
Sorry, Reggie. Yeah, I was just about to say, you can just see starting from the Bapto banner there. There's a few people watching just behind that, and they go all the way around the side to the left. There's quite a few people come to watch this. A few of Tommy's teammates as well. They've just got through to the last 16 of the main event.
The Galacticos. Jose Mourinho once said that about Real Madrid. What's a Galactico?
Did he?
Yeah, like what's a Galactico? When he was Inter Milan manager, they went all the way and won the Champions League. And he sort of took the piss out of Raptor and said, what's this?
To the Michael.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Look at this guy here. What's Huggy Bear up to ringing me when I'm in commentary, honestly?
Happens all the time, Eddie, when you're live. You can hear people ringing you. You're popular, mate.
No, but come on, give me a break here. I'm trying to commentate.
Does he, is he on the chat as well?
No,
is he on the chat?
He knows I mean, Jesus, come on. Huggy.
Block him, mate. Block
Show
him.
a bit of respect.
Yeah,
I'm trying to look at my phone so I can read people's comments, so I can respond to them, and I don't want to come across as ignorant, so I can't be talking to you on the phone.
Is it work, mate? Is it work? You can't be disturbing him at work.
Absolutely.
Ben Robbins a contact lens man. Can't live without him. And Ben's a good snooker player as well. I wish I could get him in and out. If I could, then I'd have half a chance. Can't grab him.
I'm a bit squeamish, like where you get him and you've got to try and poke him into your right side on.
Get out of my eyes.
Somebody said to me though, just spend the morning with a bit of solution, just taking him in and out, and just practice. He goes, and you'll soon get it.
No.
Is it that easy? Obviously, you've tried it.
Tried it, not for me. I end up with sore eyes. I start rubbing them, then they get sorer.
I don't like the sound of that now. You're telling me all that. They get sore and.
Oh, he's. That was a plant as well in the middle. The red and yellow looks like a plant. All he needed was sight of that yellow.
It is actually. Can we have the overhead just to convert?
Of course, we can have the overhead red. You can have whatever you want.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
It's a plant. Just a plant. The right pace it'll sneak in. There's a slight gap as well. All he needed was a sight of that yellow below it, and he could have played the 3-ball plant.
And that would have been that.
And he's nudged the black out into a potable position. If I can get it out.
Told Snooker he needs a hit here. Grant will be keeping his fingers crossed here. But Tommy's hit it, so.
There's a finish on, but there's a bit of work to do.
Yeah, but you know what? 3 or 4 minutes ago, you take this all day long, all week.
Yeah, of course you would, yeah.
He was in a whole heap of bother, and now, well,
he's got a lifeline.
He's been thrown a lifeline. Tommy sits down there, a bit frustrated. Obviously, sometimes you don't get your just desserts when you try to make something happen and be positive. So you can kind of see where players become negative players when they have a few too many moments like that.
Yeah.
They suddenly, over the years, when they get older, they become very negative and just try to stifle it and drown the game and strangle the game. Like, make sure of this, make sure of that. Don't take that risk. Don't take this risk. And they actually forget. Sometimes they look at the table and forget, actually, do you know what? I should be going for these.
He needs to be straight here, Richie. He is.
He's okay then.
He's okay. They can run that through. He can run it through for the one on the rail, up to the top right, or the one to the bottom left as we're looking. He'll probably go that way now. Bottom left, then top right. Needs a slight angle on it to drift the white across. That's Tommy all suited up. There was big Deirdre Barlow glasses. There wasn't the upside down ones.
Yeah, proper Deirdre Barlow. And Kirkbride, God rest her soul.
Yeah.
There you go, another memory for names as well. Reggie Gill, a man of many talents. Yeah.
Ben says it's the first time he's seen him play. Well, if you want to see more of him, you just got to YouTube him. There's plenty of videos out there. He played in the Moscone in 2007. He was a European player for the, or should I say, he was a player for the European team.
Yeah, I agree on that comment there, Ben Robinson. Right, still a class act on the bass even now after all these years.
To get to the semi-final here, you've got to be doing. He'd probably be the first to admit he's had a bit of luck along the way. But even with a bit of luck ready, you've still got to be able to do it.
Yeah, of course, yeah, the balls don't pot themselves. You get found out if you can't pot balls, and he's still potting balls very well. Trust me, I watched enough yesterday to say when the balls are there, he isn't missing much.
So he's taken these well so far.
Just could have done with a fraction more than a tad straighter.
I think it can pot this into the bottom left, and just screw the white back and just flick off the red. He's going to catch it. Just flick off it.
I'm going to say ideally you don't want to be hitting the red, but I agree.
As long as you don't hit it too hard, you're not going to knock it past the black. So you're going to give yourself a chance. But
is he hampered though on the queuing? It looks like
well, he's hampered, but it's not as though it's the most difficult part in the world. You know, he has got quite a bit of room. He's not that hampered if you can queue like that. He's got to be careful though. That queue is close. So he's decided to drop it in, but it doesn't go in the top bag, Reggie. I can't understand why he's played it like that. I think that might have been, he might have mishit that. Again, we'll have another look at that in a minute. But I think he might have mishit that because he was stretching.
I think he was trying to put it on the office, you know. Think about it. Look, Tommy can't see a yellow, so if you put it on the office,
yeah.
I think he was trying to bag up. And it's like what I said, he didn't like the angle of the pot.
Yeah, it was a bit of a strange shot. If that's what. Let's have a quick look again here.
He just didn't like, so he's trying to just dolly in behind the other red.
He was. He's played it into the jaw and it's dropped.
And it's
he
dropped.
Didn't want it. You're right, Reggie.
Look at the hands on the table. That reaction tells you, look, cue in one hand on the other.
He's potted himself into trouble here.
Oh, and he's left. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, nightmare. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Apologies, I missed that shot there before.
Nightmare at the Norbreck.
He's not going for it.
Tommy using all his experience.
The dish is taking his time.
The dish
He's making sure he wants to be in the final. I can't wait for Monday morning and Tommy's post on Facebook. I really can't.
Amazing, isn't it? What a story this.
This is bringing. He's been posting a little bit of lately over the last 6-12 months or so.
Ben Robinson. Ben Robinson says he can't pot the balls. That's his problem.
Who can't?
Ben Robinson, or is he being too modest there?
Ben will admit I've taught him all he knows on a snooker table. I've taught him.
Right.
Taught him all he knows. I was his practice partner when he first started getting into it properly. Played for my team, got him playing for my team. Well, not my team, but the team I played for. I got him playing, and I used to practice. I used to absolutely have him in knots. And he's 10 times the player I am now. 10 times, very good player. He's had a couple of 40 breaks, let's put it that way.
40 breaks are still decent.
He's had more than that, Reggie. Yeah. I'm winding him up.
No, that was me in my day when I was just playing club, like making.
I had a 55 when I was 14, but I packed it in. I've still got the cue at home as well. It went missing for quite a while, and I found it in my brother-in-law's house. Stole it off me, Reggie.
Your brother-in-law stole
my cue, yeah.
Should have beaten him up for that.
First 50 break I ever made with that cue.
Yeah, you should have beaten him up for that.
I nearly wrapped it around his neck.
That's all right. At least you let him know that he's bang out of order. Big shot that was. He's definitely, obviously, if it wobbled and didn't drop, he'd stuck the frame up for sure. So great shot there under pressure. Roll that yellow in up into the top bag. Knowing full well what he was leaving, should he have jawed it. That's what makes a shot.
Does that yellow going off the red, Reggie? Catch it thick enough?
Possibly, but
it does, you know. He's playing for it.
Yeah, I think he's. And the thing is, when you play these shots, it stuns back anyway. When you first hit it, stuns back slightly, which means, it will go in off the red. Frame and match ball, that one.
He's hit that firm.
Oh, how about that? Oh dear, look at that. Just dropped the yellow and the black's come right over the office.
So I would think,
and that's all she wrote.
We should have the final in a few minutes' time. I think they'll probably give them 5 minutes so they can dress the table and get a referee sorted. So don't go too far away. We are going to restart the stream and you will get a notification in a few minutes' time. Well played, Tommy Donlan. Unlucky to Grant Williams. You had your chances there, buddy, but just wasn't to be.
No, you can't take it away though from the man, Mr. Donlan. You can't. Grant, it just seems like, the whole situation never forgave him from that first frame, and even there, he should, for me, I probably won that frame there and got back to 2-1, and anything can happen short race. But
yeah, without a doubt.
But to sell it like that, to not get the snooker after the other one dropped in is criminal. I mean, he's left Tommy the gap just to roll the yellow into middle and then snooker.
Yeah. So we'll see you again in a few minutes' time.
Yeah, don't go nowhere. The final will be coming shortly. Tommy Donlan against Ian Alley. Ta-ta for now.
favourite. Tell Tommy not to go to inside. Make sure Tommy doesn't go too far on the final. Ian, Alec. Good game.